Okay, so now we are going to start on 3-point lighting, and this 3-point lighting is geared towards your portfolio and your show reel presentation. Okay, so first of all, make sure that all your objects at this point of time, they are combined into one object. Your file need to be cleaned up by now. If it's not cleaned up like mine, right click, you can see here all the history. I can simply go over to edit, delete history. Okay, make sure your gizmo, okay, your period point is at the center of your object, because if you don't have that, when you rotate your model, okay, it will not rotate correctly. So make sure that this is some of your basic file cleanup you have to be done. Once all these are done properly, we move on to lighting. Okay, so find a camera or a view that you like. Turn on your resolution gate. Okay, if you do not know what is the correct resolution, okay, turn on my mental ray. Okay, I'm going to share with you guys what is the resolution to use. Under your image size preset, change this to HD 1080. You have a width of 1920 by 1080. Everything else is default. Okay. Remember to switch to mental ray. If you do not have mental ray turn on by default, go to Windows, Settings, Plugin Manager, scroll all the way to the bottom, Maya to MR. Make sure that this is loaded. That's how you turn on your mental ray. Okay, once you have the settings all done up, turn on your resolution gate. You will see the resolution 1920 by 1080. Okay, please use this. Make sure that your size, your ratio is correct. How do you know it's correct or wrong? If it's square like this, means wrong already. This is 4 by 3. This is the old school TV that our parents or grandparents used to watch. Okay, now we all use 16 by 9 already. We go cinema, we watch at widescreen, right? Next door got curtain and stuff, right? Yeah, this is what we are watching now. Okay, 16 by 9. No longer 4 by 3 already. Take note. From this view, you can still use perspective. Okay, capture the right angle. What is it that you want? Okay, you do want something that is so close up or from the bottom. You don't want too top, the stuff things. So just capture from the front view. Okay. And press Shift Control C. What Shift Control C does for you is that it will create a camera based on this viewport. Okay, based on this current view. So I repeat again, Shift Control C. Now you will have a new perspective after you press Shift Control C. Perspective 1. This is your current camera. Previously only called perspective, no one. Now got one already. Okay, so you want to select that camera. Click on this button here. This is to select the camera that you are using right now. Select that. You can see that the outline turned white. Change this camera to main camera so that you will not confuse yourself. Okay, main camera. Now we can proceed on with our lighting. Okay, I can understand that maybe in your 3D Essential you are taught how to use different kind of lighting: skylight, point light, directional light, spotlight. For this assignment, we are going to use spotlight. Only spotlight. So I'm selecting the spotlight. In my top panel over here, go to panel, look through the selection. Make sure your spotlight is selected. Okay, now I'm going to act as if I am a lighting man. Cameraman carry the camera, right? So I'm a lighting man, I carry the light. In my camera viewport, turn on the lighting. Okay, the light bulb. This will react. Okay, the lights will react to your surface. If I rotate around, you can see how the spotlight react to it. Navigation in the spotlight is the same as your Maya. So this spotlight is my key light. Excuse me. Okay. What I want to do with this key light is that most of the time, I'll go to Photoshop to explain to you guys. It's easier with the. So imagine this is a spear. I draw a spear. Okay. When the light hits, this is my key light. I want my key light to hit at least half or 1/3. So this area here will be in shadow. This area here will be in light. Okay, my lights will react here. That's what I want to do. So in my Maya, I need to turn on the shadow. Make sure it is using ray trace shadow. Okay, go over to your. This area here is where we adjust. Okay, the light. Where will it stop? Okay, you can start to see that the model, oops, a bit slow. The top part will be lighted up, the bottom part will be slightly darker. Okay, I can do a quick render. Okay, these are the settings that I use. Apply output, transform to renderer, gamma 2.2. Okay, this one turn on. Okay, but your renderer, this one turn off. Then you render. Usually I don't render full HD at the start because it's too slow. I will always render a smaller resolution. Okay, so this is an example of how your key light will be with a black background. Those who are watching from the projector screen, I think very obviously you cannot see the handle, right? Like no handle at all, right? So that is the purpose why we don't want to have a black background. Okay, so close it. You're going to select the camera. Okay, go down to environment, open up this tab. This is your background color, so you're just going to drag it, put it gray. Okay, I'm going to readjust my render settings. I don't want it to be full HD. Okay, so what I'll do is open up the render window. Under my option, test resolution, I'm just going to use maybe 50%. Render again. Okay, let me check why my background still black. Render settings, delete this, main camera, render. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now I need to actually lighten up certain areas. Go back to my oops. Okay, I'm going to add in another spotlight. This one here will be my rim light. Rim light comes from the back. Okay, I'm going to use a blue, highly saturated color, so that I can tell the difference. And this time around, right, I will turn off my key light so that I can only see my rim light. Okay, so this is how my rim light looks like. What is rim light for? Basically, is to capture the silhouette of your model. Okay, you can see that this is a black background, this is the silhouette, and that's what rim light is all about. It's to help you capture the edges, and then from there you can tell the shape of it. Okay. Your rim light don't need any shadow, so you can go under the ray trace shadow, turn it off. You don't need that. Once you have both light more or less there, you can actually turn on both light, and then you render again. Okay, render region, so you save time. Just left click, drag. Okay, so this is how currently my model looks like. One last one is actually the fill light. Okay, so fill light, same thing. I'll be using another spotlight. I'm going to call it fill. Panel, look through selected, and then I can adjust the lighting. Fill light is to help me cover up areas that I miss. Like for example, my key light managed to hit at least half or 3/4. My rim light managed to capture the rim, but I still have one section here that is in shadow. If it's too dark, my fill light will help me fix the problem here. So go back to my fill light. This time around, my fill light, I don't need the intensity to be 1, because it will be the same intensity as my key light. So I reduce it to 0.3. Make sure you take away the shadow as well. Okay, and render. Okay, so this is how my model will look like when everything is lighted up. my rim light, my key light, okay, my fill light to support the shadow area. Okay, once you are happy with it, you can save the file, and then we will proceed on to rendering.